Hey guys, what's up? This is Jack2505, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing 6 enemies we need in Space Marine 2. In around early December, we will be getting the Tazangor Enlightened enemy that's already been confirmed. So, this is going to be 6 more enemies that's not been confirmed yet. So, I've been doing my research, looking into the Warhammer lore, and these are 6 enemies I think we need in Space Marine 2. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now, we're going to start off by, well, first of all, if you've not got yourself a copy of Space Marine 2, make sure to get yourself over to CD Keys, use my promo code to get yourself a cheaper copy of the game up to 30% off. So the first enemy that I want to speak about is probably a common one, are the orcs. Now, the orcs are savages. They lack empathy, even towards their own kind, and orcs are grown from spores. The orcs, they are overwhelming, not much strategy, just a savage brute force. And the orcs, they were created to battle against the Necrons, and the orcs often fight amongst themselves to satisfy their thirst for battle, and orcs created by the Old Ones. Now, the orcs, they are green-skinned, war-hungry species that live to fight. They have a simple culture of violence, and their campaigns are massive invasions fueled by the orcs' collective psychic energy. While often crude and disorganized, the orcs, they are resilient, their numbers seem endless, and they possess an instinctive engineering ability that lets them cobble together devastating weaponry. The orcs, they rely on brute force and overwhelming numbers, and their chaotic battle strategies can overwhelm even the most disciplined Space Marine forces. The Necrons. The Necrons are one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy. The Necrons are ancient, robotic warriors who once were living beings but transferred their consciousness into metal bodies. They have awoken after millions of years in stasis with an agenda to reclaim the galaxy. The Necrons possess powerful technology that defies understanding and have the ability to self repair. Their weapons can phase through matter, bypassing traditional armor. The Necrons, they are highly disciplined, unfeeling, and nearly impossible to permanently destroy. They can teleport and phase shift in battle, adding a layer of tactical complexity. The Eldars and the Dark Eldars, the Eldaris and Drukhari. The Eldari are ancient and highly psychic race, divided into the noble craftworld Eldari and the sadistic Drukhari. The Drukhari in particular revel in rage that inflicts suffering. The Ardari forces are highly mobile, employing swift and advanced vehicles, precision attacks, and potent physical abilities. The Jokari, in contrast, they rely on fast raids and a wide array of torture and poison weapons. Now, both factions use speed, agility, and psychic powers, relying on hit and run tactics rather than direct confrontation. The Tau Empire. The Tau are technologically advanced species that aim to bring others into their ideology, known as the greater good. Unlike most enemies, they're not inherently hostile, but will fight fiercely when threatened. The Tau wield sophisticated plasma weapons, battlesuits, and advanced drones. They rely heavily on ranged firepower and have a knack for advanced tactics and coordination. They are experts in range combat and use superior firepower and tactics to avoid melee, where Space Marines often have the upper hand. The Gene Stealer cults. Gene Stealer cults are human alien hybrid insurgencies that form when Tyranid gene stealers infect human populations. These cults worship the tyrant hive mind and sabotage planetary defenses in preparation for a Tyranid invasion. The gene stealer cultists can blend into human populations and strike from within, causing societal collapse through subversion, assassination, and open revolt. They use guerrilla tactics and ambushes, often striking from within cityscapes, or industrial facilities, creating a chaotic battlefield where it's hard to basically tell friend from foe. The demons of chaos. The demons are the physical manifestations of the chaos gods. They invade the material universe through warp rifts and are particularly dangerous to space marines because of their unnatural powers. The demons are supernatural beings that defy physical laws and are often resistant to conventional weaponry. Their powers vary widely from the martial prowess of bloodletters to the spell casting of lords of change. The demons appear in chaotic swarms, attacking with brutal ferocity or dark sorcery. Their presence are destabilizing and can warp reality, making them extremely challenging opponents even for the disciplined Space Marines. Now, looking into just these six enemies alone, and I know there's more, but regarding the orcs, the necrons, the eldars, well, the dark ones as well, the Tau Empire, Gene Stealer cults, and the demons of chaos, I think these enemies alone will bring so much variety and so much different types of gameplay and threats to the Space Marines. We can have operations dedicated to each of these factions, as well as the up and coming horde mode that's coming later next year, in which we could have different horde maps dedicated to each one of these factions and beyond, which I'm really looking forward to, as I'm sure you guys are as well. Now, looking into the Warhammer lore even more, as I'm looking into it, I'm learning it as I'm going, as I'm playing the game, it gives me more confidence that Space Marine 2 has so much more to offer in regards to enemies, weapons. I'm going to be covering weapons in a future video, looking into the different weapons that's available to the Space Marines and discussing what can be brought into this game as well as the enemies. But next, I want you guys to tell me which enemies you think should be brought into Space Marine 2. Do you agree with my list, or is it? I'm sure there are enemies I've missed out. If so, let me know who you think should be brought into this game and who would fit this game's mechanics quite well. I know I mentioned some enemies who are really good at range and not as good at melee close combat. But let's see. Now, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. My name is Jack2505, and I'll see you in the next video.